The factory wakes up in its usual metallic misery. Flickering lights, hydraulic groans, and employees walking like they've been spiritually bankrupt since the last fiscal quarter. A digital banner above the production line blinks, "Target achievable," then instantly updates to, "Target not even close." No one bothers to react. Supervisors gather around a catastrophic pile of mislabeled boxes, stacked in a structural formation OSHA would describe as a war crime. Labels include "maybe," "someone," "else's problem," and "don't touch, it bites." The team stares at the mess with the defeated energy of people who gave up long before breakfast. And then he appears. The intern. Perfect posture, dead eyes, clipboard tucked under his arm with surgical precision. He doesn't smile, he doesn't blink. He simply observes the chaos with the clinical detachment of someone who could reorganize your life, your workstation, and your existential crisis in under an hour. The supervisor sighs. "We've been trying to fix this for 8 months. Nothing works. Morale is a rumor. Do you have any ideas?" The intern just nods once, silently, like a machine booting a protocol. He surveys the mess, scribbles a diagram that looks disturbingly like a military invasion plan, and says 5 words. "I will correct this inefficiency." No one believes him. No one even wants him to try. But he walks into the storm of mislabeled doom anyway. For 60 minutes, the factory witnesses something it has never seen before: competence. He draws arrows on the floor, he color codes the boxes, he rearranges the entire routing system with terrifying elegance. He even creates a 1-page form so simple it threatens 2 decades of bureaucratic tradition. Suddenly the production screen blinks from delay 246 days to delay 0 days. The workers stare at him as if he just resurrected the concept of hope. The supervisor whispers, "We've been in task force mode for months. How did you—" The intern cuts him off with a cold, emotionless line. "You were using the wrong template." Management discovers his miracle. And of course, they weaponize it instantly. They take his simple 1-page solution and transform it into a 600-page standard operating procedure, complete with flowcharts that contradict each other, mandatory signatures from people who no longer work there, and warnings like, "Do not perform Step 4A before reading Appendix 19, or consequences may be fatal, legal, or both." Workers are forced into 3-hour training sessions led by managers who don't understand the document, but pretend they do to maintain dominance. The intern watches silently as his elegant solution mutates into a monster of corporate overprocessing. The factory descends into absolute procedural hell. Tasks that used to take 2 minutes now require a form, a sub-form, a counter-signature, a training refresher, a compliance scan, a confirmation of having read the confirmation page of the confirmation packet. Employees wander. The aisles holding massive binders like sacred scriptures, flipping desperately through pages that contradict themselves every other paragraph. Productivity drops below 0, a mathematically impossible achievement the factory somehow manages to unlock. Someone asks the intern how to interpret Section 14b, subsection 22, paragraph C. The intern answers coldly, "I didn't write that part." They did. Then he walks away like a disappointed deity. Eventually, the procedure becomes more important than reality. Workers stop thinking altogether. Supervisors stop supervising. Managers hold meetings to discuss meetings about revising the procedure that already revised the previous revision. Nothing gets done, but everything is fully documented, which is apparently all that matters. The intern vanishes. No one knows when he left. His badge still hangs on a hook labeled "Temporary Human Resource," but his procedure remains bloated, contradictory, immortal. It becomes a cornerstone of factory culture, a sacred text workers pretend to follow while quietly ignoring it to get anything done. The final irony: efficiency died the moment they tried to institutionalize it. And as the binder grows heavier every month, the factory moves forward the only way it knows how, by making every solution dramatically worse. Should have been an email. Another day in the factory. Subscribe for more factory horror.